Dan, you're a few months into your new role at PGMOL. How have you settled in?
I think other people would probably give you a better answer on that one, but I'm certainly enjoying the work that I'm doing immensely. I consider it to be a real privilege to have taken on this position. And more importantly, I'm working with a great team. I'm working with a great team of fellow directors, members of the leadership team, under great leadership. The likes of Danny and Howard are a real inspiration to us as directors to work on their behalf, to work on behalf of the match officials. And equally, I'm really privileged to have a great coaching team in place that are supporting the development group, and we're going to build on that for season 24-25.
You've joined the organisation as development director. Can you tell us a bit more about what the role entails?
Yeah, well, in essence, it was a new role. In a way, that brings some challenges, but some opportunity as well. So there's three areas of focus for this position. The first being what we just touched on there, the development group. So, we identified a couple of years ago that actually we need to start building that next cohort of elite match officials that can progress to the very highest levels of the game. And with the funding that we've acquired from the Premier League, we constructed, as you're aware, the Elite Referee Development Plan. So we are now on the cusp of sort of implementing cohort 3 of that development group. These are people that are showing exceptional potential and have the opportunity to progress to the top levels of the game. Now, some of those people will naturally fall back in line with the traditional pathway of things, but this is about the identification of people that can go to the very, very top, offering them some quality support, some quality coaching, some real good development opportunities over a 3-year period, and then seeing sort of where we are after that, really. So that's strand one. The second strand of focus for my role is very much around bringing former professional players into the world of match officiating. It's something that the game has spoken about for a long time now, and season 24-25 is going to be the time where we explore that. So we're bringing in a small cohort of people who've played the game at a senior level, at a professional level, to come onto a 3-year journey and sample that world of match officiating, primarily refereeing, but of course let's see where we go after those first couple of years. And the third and final area of focus of this position is talent identification. Deploying a scouting community to watch a number of games and a number of referees throughout the course of the season to ensure that we're keeping everybody on the radar that are showing that exceptional potential to progress to the top level.
So the development group is still in its infancy, having been created in the summer of 2022. What are the hopes for the future of the group under your stewardship?
It is still within its infancy. I think we've seen some notable success from cohorts 1 and 2, and people will always align that focus initially on the likes of Sam Barrett, who this year will start season 24-25 as a Premier League referee, as a Select Group 1 referee. We've had other areas of success with people like Rebecca Welsh, with people like Sam Allison, Sonny Gill, one or two others that have come from cohort 1 that have now sampled refereeing in the Premier League. But equally, it's taking people like Elliot Ball, who joined the programme in cohort 2 as a newly qualified, newly promoted Step 2 referee, and actually he finished the back end of last season refereeing a number of League 1 games. So sometimes we sort of lose sight of the success of people like that as well. In essence, this is about producing a significant number of people from the programme that are ready for the demands of the Premier League, ready for the demands of the Women's Super League for the next 5, 10, 15 years, and that people in essence are fighting for competition.
You're just about to welcome a new cohort of individuals to the development group. Can you give us some insight into the selection process for those individuals?
Yeah, so we were really committed to, in essence, casting our net a little bit further to make sure that even if you're a level 3 referee, if you've been working alongside the governing body, if you've been working alongside the Football Association talent programme of FA Core, then we wanted to know about you. So first and foremost, we had a process in which people applied, okay? So they showed that initial expression of interest at a variety of levels, from level 3 upwards in essence. And the first stage of that was to come and attend a fitness test and to successfully pass that fitness test. You heard Howard mention earlier today in his opening address about the importance of physical fitness. The game is, of course, getting quicker. The demands on us as match officials will get greater. So there's no good really investing in our talent if the base level of fitness isn't there. So the first thing that we had was a tranche of people come in and attend and undertake the requirements of the most robust fitness test that we offer. So that's an equivalent of our Select Group 1 colleagues. And from there, those people that were successful were invited to a key performance characteristic assessment at Loughborough and St George's Park. From that, we identified 9 people that we believed to have a real special quality about them, showing exceptional potential across all of the key performance characteristics that we assessed them against to come into the group for season 24-25.
So recently the PGMOL and PFA have joined forces to create a new programme offering current and former players the chance to explore that career in refereeing. What are you hoping to achieve through that partnership?
Well, as I mentioned a few moments ago, this is something that the game has spoken about for some time now. And in essence, until you trial this, until you sort of test the concept, we're going to continue to just talk about it, and we're not willing to do that anymore. So with the support and partnership that we've sort of acquired through our discussions with the PFA, we're giving an opportunity to approximately a dozen former professional players to come onto a 3-year journey with us to, I guess, explore whether that sort of current myth of former players making really good match officials is true or not. So this is a great opportunity for people that want to stay within the game. So often in football, former players are given an opportunity to coach. Former players are given an opportunity to become managers, to become the administrators within the game. Some go into analysis, some go into physiotherapy. Very few, history tells us, has gone into match officiating, and we want to change that. This aligns with one of the sort of characteristics that we're focusing on in ERDP of modernising the pathway and targeting high potential. When we talk about modernising the pathway, there's that kind of discussion previously where we say, if you're a former professional player, it takes a different skill set to become a referee. Well, until we test that concept, we're not going to know. So we want to sort of recognise the experience that these former professional players have built up over a number of years, their insight, their knowledge on the game, their ability to communicate, transfer that into the world of match officiating and see where we go.
And finally, what are your hopes for the future of referee development in England?
That's a great question, Joe. I think, again, a reiteration, it's a pleasure, it's a privilege to be involved. We are in a period of transformational change within the PGMOL. I only wish that the opportunities that our match officials that are afforded now, I'd have had when I was an active match official. The level of training, education, development, coaching, support that we deploy now really is first class, and we should be very, very proud of that. But we should never be reluctant to push the boundaries as well. Look at new ways of sort of educating our match officials. The opportunity to do things from distance now, not necessarily having to do things face to face, has never been better. We should explore the way that technology can help our match officials, and we're doing that at the very, very top levels. You look at the introduction of semi-automated offside for season 24-25. I think collectively, if we'd have spoken about that 10 years ago, a lot of people would have laughed and thought it was just a mere pipe dream. It's here, it's happening, and we should never kind of dismiss the opportunities that technology brings us. So an exciting place to be, and keen to get the new season underway.